Melvin only flies around on the Impreza Mark II, and his garages and hangar are completely empty. But Chad, he knows that Melvin needs to spice up the vehicles that he uses. So here are 4 of the most underrated vehicles in the game. And to keep it balanced, we're going to go over 2 planes and 2 cars. Starting off with the Western Rogue, which is a plane. You should be able to tell from the picture. This is so underrated that I haven't bought it myself. The good thing about this plane is that it costs $1.6 million, which isn't that much. But if it is a bit out of your price range, there is a trade price for doing 6 hangar source missions, which drops the price down to $1.2 million. This plane also has 2 seats, which is the main reason why I bought it. It has a bomb bay and it has weapons, and it's like the top 10 fastest plane, something like that. Next up, we're gonna go over the Anis Elegy RH8. Now, before you get mad at me for this one, let me explain myself. Now, because this is free, most people tend to ignore it. But if you're like level 100, you probably wouldn't be buying free cars to drive around yourself, so it gets completely overlooked. And the thing is, it can be customized so much because it's one of Benny's like special cars. So it can be customized like crazy. And I know you can make it look like a Skyliner because I've done it myself. So, you know, for a free car, it's surprisingly fast as well and surprisingly customizable, which is why it's on this list. Okay, number 3, the Western Company Bezra. Now, this is in the top 10 of fastest jets ever. It doesn't have any weapons though, but for getting from like point A to point B, it is one of the best options because it's just over $1 million. So it's incredibly fast and it's incredibly cheap. I mean, of course, you could just use a proper jet like the Baiju or the Laser, but you know, of course, if you don't have that kind of money to be spending, Bezra is perfect because it's pretty cheap. Okay, our final thing, the Buffalo STX. Now, this is one of my favorites Imani Tech cars because it's pretty average price actually. It's $1.6 million, but it has 4 doors, which is always handy. Like I mentioned before, it has a MOTEC, so armor plating, remote control, lock on jammer, and because it's a muscle car, it could do wheelies, which I think is so like goofy. Anyways, that's gonna be it from me. Hope you learned something. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you in the next one.